Massive FF7 censorship controversy. This sounds familiar. This sounds like this isn't the first time. Didn't they go back to few-year-old game, right, and censor Tifa? At least as far as I remember. This is a horror video. We're going in. Also, please consider liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're still on a break because I can't plug in shit because this laptop is aged terribly, or maybe the capture card just murked it. What do I know? Moving on. We're going in. Let's see.
You know what's really offensive? I just hate when I go to the beach and I see women in swimsuits. Like, cover these women up. What is this? Seeing fit, thin women showing off, you know, it's just not fair to the rest of us women out there. Maybe I can make something up about how it's appealing to the male gaze and heteronormative patriarchal society so I can pretend to sound smart or something when I'm really just insecure and offended. Okay, obviously that...
No way. They tried to... Wait, what? I thought the swimsuits were crazy, but I guess. Wait, what? Okay, hold up. I'm so confused. Okay, hold up.
That was a joke. I would never want to actually be a woman. Like, ugh, gross. Okay, the gross thing was a joke too. All right, nobody get mad. Let's actually talk about. Let's talk about some serious.
Too late. Misogynist. Anyway, I like being a dude. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Honestly, I can't lie. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Yeah, it's pretty great.
Business. It's serious time now because this is actually a thing going on in discourse right now. In this tweet, for example, that early this morning already has almost, over 500,000 views, talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake, well, specifically Rebirth, but you know. Character artwork designer Roberto Ferrari commenting on restrictions placed on him by Square Enix for the swimsuit outfits that he was taking part in designing. He said, I tried a lot of different kind of designs for Tifa's swimsuit, but getting any of them approved was a real challenge. Since players can view the characters from all sorts of angles in the game, we had to keep certain things in check and not overemphasize her feminine figure.
In a swimsuit. In beachwear. In a swimsuit. Not overemphasize her feminine figure in a swimsuit. In a swimsuit. Hot take? Is it? What? Isn't it low-key? Wouldn't it be low-key offensive? Like, of the opposite, because we're now nowadays we're like so pro like women being able to, like, you know, show off their bodies and stuff, right? But then, are these people? Yeah, fire. We need to stop FF. Just stop Final Fantasy. Just stop it at this point, right? Final Fantasy died with 12. It is what it is. Moving on.
In the end, we settled on this design. Wow, yeah, a character having a feminine figure. We got to be careful with that, guys. We got to be careful not to offend anyone. Hey, BlackRock. Hey, Vanguard. Hey, Larry Fink Daddy. How many ESG points did I get for that one? I'm on the good list, right? Now, I got to say, as someone that lives in an area that generally has hot weather, this outfit on the bottom, to me, this looks like something you'd see someone wearing in general. This isn't like a, you know, it doesn't look like a beach outfit to me, but the one on the left obviously does. And like, even with the restrictions, this did come out as a nice outfit, but even still, it doesn't make the restrictions that they place on their artists like any less bizarre. There's one more thing to point out really quick too. It looks like Roberto may have worked only on the Majestic Glamour beachwear outfit, the one that is, you know, less revealing right there. Because the second comment from the artist Mitsuhara Fushi says, I wanted to bring out her cuteness and charm, so I put some careful thought into the shape of the frills and the flower-shaped ribbon. Tifa really does look good in anything, and that's clearly referring to the Shining Spirit beachwear outfit. Similar thing going on here. So we've got two outfits. One is actually cut off at the top, but you can clearly see that's a different outfit than the rest that we can see here on the right-hand side. And we got two comments. Again, we have Roberto talking about the restrictions that were placed.
This swimsuit design was drawn as a response to a request to conceal her feminine curves as much as possible. In a swimsuit, mind you. This is for a swimsuit. Let me repeat this. For a swimsuit. Essentially. For beachwear, whatever you want to call it. I don't care, bro. You get the idea. Why even have this? Why even have this? If you have to hide the feminine figure, why even have this? What? What? Oh god, these people are stupid.
Based on him, he said, this swimsuit design was drawn in response to a request to conceal her feminine curves as much as possible. And again, that might be referring specifically to the outfit at the top that unfortunately does get cut off, and I haven't been able to find the full picture. But nevertheless, these restrictions are truly bizarre, like I said before. Like, hey, do a swimsuit, but be sure you cover up those feminine curves.
Do a swimsuit. Well, just put on the burqa, bro. Move on.
As much as possible. I completely understand that they wanted multiple outfits here. One that's like more of a normal swimsuit for like going in the water, and another one that's more covered up but like casual beachwear. And that's fine. Again, I don't have a problem with that. Multiple outfits, cool. Look, I'm a big Bleach fan. Kubo's the GOAT at making multiple outfits. I think it's cool when characters have a variety of outfits. The problem is the phrasing. That whole thing, once again, of like, hide her feminine curves as much as possible. That's such a weird way of putting it. That's like complete DEI speak. And then we got...
Guys, listen, okay? It just sounds weird. It sounds like... You know what it sounds like? It sounds like I couldn't draw what I wanted to draw because I had to keep up with DEI guidelines. That is literally what it sounds like. It literally sounds like I'm being held to gunpoint. I can't draw what I want to draw. Help me. It literally sounds like that. It literally sounds like that. It sounds like that. It sounds like that. It just does. It just does. I'm sorry, but it does. It just does. That's just so odd.
Loud. Now, personally, I'm not a fan of the really long shorts. That's so long, bro. I wear shorts that are like 1/3 that length. But we'll take a look at the comment. Roberto Ferrari says,
I mean, like, I think, like, they'd certainly, I don't know, them going to the knees is a bit longer than the knees, actually. About the knees, yeah, is a bit weird. But honestly, if they say here accordance with ethical guidelines and internal feedback, who did you get that feedback from? It's also like, what is not being overemphasized here? Like, except for like the shorts being super long, you're not really... I am confused. Because like, this is not really he's pretty muscular, if I do say so myself. Like, put on a shirt, man. Right? Put on the shirt.
the swimsuits worn by Cloud and the other characters were drawn in ways that didn't overly emphasize their figures. This was done in accordance with ethical guidelines. Yes, the ethics of restricting our characters' comfort to the weird sensibilities of BlackRock or whatever. Yeah, excuse me while I roll my eyes. So one more time, this was done in accordance with ethical guidelines and internal feedback. And again, I'll point out, I think he's referring to an outfit that gets cut off. Maybe it's the Loveless costume there at the bottom. Because the comment made by Ichio Takami says, I remember making the request that Cloud wear shorts as a nod to Zack's appearance in Costa del Sol from Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. So that might be referring only to the Wild Surf beachwear. Roberto's may be referring to something else. Again, it's kind of unclear. There's like implications. Make of it what you will. It would definitely help if I had full access to the digital art book, but I don't. So, you know, I got to make do with what I got here. But nevertheless, the comments from Roberto and the restrictions placed on Roberto at the very least, once again, weird stuff. Let me know what you think.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. This is odd. I don't get it. I don't understand. What was the goal here? What is the goal? Hold up. I don't understand. You were supposed to design swimsuits, and those swimsuits did not have to look too much like... It's like funny, right? For video games, they have to upkeep like ethical guidelines, but then no one calls... essentially what I'm trying to say is no one calls out IRL women dressing like they are working in a certain profession. That is awfully not an issue for these people, right? They're making characters for an audience that does not exist. That's all there is to it. I am so confused. Guys, I'm confused. This is weird. Anyway, good that I've never spent money on this, and I haven't bought a Square Enix product in a while that was full price and directly from um anything that Square could profit from. It's good to buy used stuff, I swear to God. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, and yeah. I don't know, wear a burqa for swimming. I don't know.